In this video, I'm going to teach you how to travel cheaply to Panama, how to put together your entire trip with all the tips, all the services, hotel, accommodation, transportation, tickets, chip, insurance, everything you need, food, shopping, restaurants, everything about the trip as cheaply as possible. These are good, reliable places to have a nice, good and cheap trip to Panama. So guys, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel because that really helps us a lot, and buckle up. Hey guys, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the Grupo Dicas, the largest travel content network in the world, and today we're going to talk about how to travel cheaply to Panama, how to schedule and plan your entire trip in all the places we know and know have the best prices, the best services for you to put together your entire trip for the cheapest possible price, and of course maintaining quality, comfort and safety without any travel hassles. So let's go for the video. This video will focus on prices so you can save money on everything. There's another video, watch it later, it's even more important, it's all the tips from Panama. It's a video I've just made that explains everything, what documents you need, vaccinations, what money to use there, when to go there, what's the best time, when it rains, when it doesn't, how to get around the city. Lots of important tips, a lot for you to enjoy and really know what information is important. But this video is going to focus on saving money, guys. So if you want to save money, this is the place. So let's get started. The first tip is about the season. When is the best time to go to Panama and pay the cheapest? The most expensive times are December and January, which are school vacations. It's summer and it's also the least rainy period of all, so everyone wants to go during this period. Try to avoid December and January. There's the rainy season from May to November. There will be rain showers during the day, but it's cheaper because there are fewer people looking for the date. When do you go, guys? December and January are the vacations, and the period between October and April is less rainy, so it's the busiest period. So if you want to save money, then a good month would be in the transition, when the rainy season is ending, which is around October, November, and also after the vacations, which are at the end of February, March, April until the beginning of May. You don't have to worry about the temperature because it's warm all year round. The temperature is between 25 and 30 degrees Celsius. Almost every day is hot and muggy. You'll be able to enjoy yourself and do all the tours. Now, the tip for saving on airfare. Airfare is the first item you have to buy for Panama. The cool thing is that it's one of the largest airports in the world. It's a very important connection between the countries of America. It connects almost all countries in South America with those in North America. So it has a very large network of planes, so you can do a lot of research. There are lots of airlines. Copa Airlines is usually the one with the best prices and the most flights, so do some research. We have a very good website that we use to search, which I'll leave the link to below in the description of the video and in the first comment. Put in the date of your trip and your destination. It will search all the airlines and show you all the options. In one click, you can at least get a glimpse. There's a direct flight from my city. There isn't this price. The last time we researched it here when we made the video, how much does a trip to Panama cost, which is also very good. Watch it there. It was $575 from Guarulhos, which is where we lived in Brazil, from where we left last time to Panama. It's a 6-hour direct flight. It was $575. It's a bit more expensive because after the pandemic the price of everything went up, but do your research because you can find cheaper flights from $400 to $450, and if you live further up, if you live closer, the journey can take half as long. It's about 3 hours, so it's cheaper. You can sometimes get tickets for $300. You can find much cheaper tickets on sale. The closer you live to the place, the cheaper it gets. And the stopover tip, the Panama is very famous for people stopping there and staying for just 1 day or 2 days or 3 days and then going to other destinations. Why? Because the airlines allow you to stop over. Copa Airlines is the airline that does this the most. You can do it on their website. What is it? For example, if you want to go from Brazil to Orlando, there's a flight that costs $570 here, but there's a connection in Panama. This connection is usually 2 hours, 3 hours, but you can choose to increase this connection during the stopover. Then it'll be the same price as the flight which you would have already taken there, and you can stop there for 2 days, then you can stop off, enjoy Panama and go on to your other trip. A lot of people do this when they go to Colombia, which is just around the corner, so you can use Panama as a stopover and save on your ticket. You were already going to spend the ticket for the place, but you end up stopping in Panama and you don't spend anything else for the tickets there. And now for accommodation. The hotel is the second item you usually have to book after the plane ticket. We have a video, watch it later, where to stay in Panama City, in which we explain the areas in detail. I'm going to leave you with a link to this personalized map that we created in the best area, which is the modern center, where there are all the buildings, skyscrapers, shopping, restaurants, there's everything there. It's very nice. It's the best area, the best located. I've already made a map showing this area, and I'll leave you 2 links to the hotels we've stayed in. There is one that was very good, very little for money. It was very cheap. Hotels are not expensive in Panama City compared to here in the United States, Europe. It's very cheap. I found the hotels very good and very cheap, so do your research. Use this link below, and why? It's inside a hotel search engine. That's the biggest in the world. I'm sure you know it too. We only use them because of price and quality. We've only booked there for years and years, and they have a very good thing that we use the tactic of booking with free cancellation. Why? The hotel you save and spend less in advance. The earlier you book for any city in the world, advance notice is what makes you pay less for a hotel. But sometimes you're not sure if you're going that day, if you're going at all, if you want to stay in the area. What do I recommend? Go here. This website offers free cancellation for almost all the hotels. So you see a good price, a nice hotel, you book it, you guarantee that price. If you need to cancel later, it's a click, you cancel, you don't pay anything. But then at least you guarantee a good price, because you will see if you take a week, 2 weeks, the prices go up and get more and more expensive. And now transportation. How do you save on transportation? You can use public transportation a lot there. It's one of the only cities in South America that I can say that about. There were many cities where we found it very difficult to use public transportation, but there we found it well organized. The bus is very nice, everything is well connected. From the airports there are buses to the tourist center, from the tourist center there are buses to the Panama Canal. So if you do a little research leaving the airport, at the airport itself you can buy your card. It costs $3, top it up with another $3 and you will be able to use it a lot, because with 25 cents you can already use a bus ride. So do some research, because if you want to save a lot of money, you can get by with public transportation there. We use it Uber a lot because we didn't get around that much. If you're in a good location, you go for a walk, you leave in the morning, the Uber takes you to the place, it costs $8, $7. Then we got back late, we'd do everything in the area, then go back to the hotel, so it wasn't a huge cost, and Uber was very practical. You didn't have to research the route, where to get off, the risk of getting lost because it's a new city, and for some, the language issue. So I think Uber is a good option too. There are people who rent the car, it's a good option there. Cars are cheap. It's not cheaper than public transportation, of course, but it's one of the cities with the cheapest car rental. I'm going to give you the link below to a company that compares car rentals. It's an incredible website. We only use them, and you will be able to get car rental prices much lower than elsewhere from the rental companies themselves. So take a look. This website is very good. It compares all the rental companies, but of all of them, the cheapest is public transportation. Oh, and cabs. Don't use cabs. If you have to use Uber, in our experience, it was much cheaper because there's no taximeter there. It's a kind of a set price in their head. So you sit there and say, I want to go to this place. You think about it and tell you, it's $20. And it's a price that doesn't have much justification. It's according to demand, the weather, his mood. I don't know what happens there. We had an experience that wasn't very good. The price was higher and Uber ended up working well with a fixed price, the price you see at the time. So it's much better. Now, travel insurance. Is travel insurance mandatory there? No, but it's very important to take out international travel insurance. We always say that don't leave your country without one because it's very cheap. People think it's expensive, but it's very cheap. For a 7-day trip, we paid $25 per person for travel insurance that covered us for the whole period. If we needed medical assistance, we were covered for more than $30,000. Lost luggage, theft, you get a refund. There's lots of cover and it's very very cheap, but these cheap prices on the website we also know, which is a comparator, it's very good. Take a look down here in the video description, it has the best rating of all, we love it. This service is very good and it compares all the insurance companies and finds incredible prices for half the price that travel agencies will charge you. So take a look, it's a very good website. So take your insurance, don't travel abroad without international travel insurance, guys, it's very important. And now, how to save money on a SIM card. Do you want to use the internet there? Of course, to use Waze, the map, post your photos on Instagram, you have to use the internet. There are two options. The slightly more expensive one, which we like to do, is to travel with a SIM card. We already have one, so we just load it up. You go in their application, load the package, 2 gigabytes for Panama, and then we travel, activate it when we're there, and we already use it very well, but it's a bit more expensive. If you want to save a lot, Gabriel, I want to save money, so when you get there, you go to a specialized store and buy a prepaid card. There are lots of stores, supermarkets, then you do some research. It's a bit cheaper, but I think you will spend an hour or two of your trip sorting it out. It's another language, it might not work. That's the kind of trouble I like to avoid because we are already paying for the whole trip. Every hour costs money if you put it down on the paper, so that's what we do. I'll leave the Chips website below. Take a look, see the prices, compare, but these are the two options. But to save even more money, you don't use the chip, you just use the Wi-Fi in the places. I don't think it's good because a lot of places don't have Wi-Fi. You sometimes have to ask for an Uber, find your way around. If you don't understand the language, you need the translator on your phone. We saw that not all places have Wi-Fi, so get a travel chip, it's much better. There are several tips for saving money on tours. One is buy in advance. I'll leave you with the website where we buy all the tickets and tours. It has the lowest prices and is already charging several currencies. Some countries manage to save you taxes, which you would pay by buying elsewhere at an agency there on their own website. So you save a lot of money buying everything in one place. It's a very good website. We bought all our packages and tickets there, so check it out. Do your research. There are lots of tours. Try to find the ones with the good, affordable price that are worth it. Who wants to enjoy the Caribbean, the beach? I want to see the beautiful sea, but I want to save money. I don't have much money. San Blas, which is the most beautiful place of all, is an archipelago of 365 islands. It's spectacular. It's out of the world, but it's a bit expensive because you have to hire an agency. You have to leave Panama City early. You go up there in the Caribbean. It will take about 2.5 hours. You will have to take the boat to the islands. This tour costs around $140 per person with everything included. There's lunch, there's a bracelet, you get everything. It's a very good agency that does the whole tour, and then you come back in the afternoon. It's an option that I think is very worthwhile. It's a beautiful place. For me, it's the most beautiful place in Panama, and you should go if you can afford it. Here on the website, I mentioned it about tickets and excursions. There's this tour. That's where we booked it. The company is very good. It's a very nice tour. You can book it there. But Gabriel, I don't have that kind of money. I want a cheaper option. I want to save money. There's an island called Isla Contadora, which is an island below Panama, not the top, the bottom, near Panama City. You will take a ferry, which you will pay for, I think it's $20. You go and buy the ferry yourself. You can buy it in advance online. Then it's an hour and a quarter ferry ride. You get off and you explore the island on your own. It's a beautiful island with lots of nice beaches and restaurants, so you can get by on much less money. It's a second option. The sea is beautiful. It's a lovely blue too. I thought San Blas was more beautiful and different, but this island also leaves nothing to be desired. If you want to see, if you want a paradise beach, it totally fulfills the role, and it's a very beautiful place, well worth it. You can even go to both. I like the beach, so I'd go to both. I'd go to San Blas, and another day I'd go to Contadora, and on Contadora Island you can stay. There are hotels. There's a structure that San Blas doesn't have. It's cheap. There are some very cheap hotels. You can stay there for a couple of days. I'll leave the link here to the hotel we stayed in. It's beautiful, guys. It's very nice, and they provide you with transportation for everything, for when you get off the ferry to go to the beaches. They lend you a bicycle. I'll leave the link here for you to take a look, guys. It's very nice. You can really explore the island, which has a lot of beautiful beaches, and then you can like fulfill your desire to go to a beach. And I'll leave all the links below. Use the links in the description as a guide for you to organize your entire trip as easily and cheaply as possible in trustworthy place that we already know and use, and they never give you any problems. So use it, it will help you a lot. And don't forget to watch the other videos, which are very important. All the tips for Panama, what to do in Panama, where I talk about all the tours and where to stay in Panama. They are very good. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel, because that really helps us a lot. And don't forget to watch the other videos, all tips for Panama, and the playlist with all the other Panama videos for you to watch and travel with peace of mind. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much and have nice trips.